Hey there, Vinny from Project Frugal. Just going to go for a bit of a walk, have a chat about my experience with debt over the course of my life. So, when I was a teenager, well, let's just say we're going back a few years here. I used to live on the west coast of the South Island in my late teens. Was on the dole, unemployed. I think I got about maybe $100 a week, just over $100 a week, something like that. Had no money, didn't know much about life, as most teenagers don't seem to. So, hello. So those were the days, and I ended up getting some clothes from a guy called Phil Wood's Menswear, which was on the main street of Westport. Got some jerseys and maybe some jeans and pants and stuff, and ticked them up, because that's what you did back in the day when you broke. And I probably owed maybe, I don't know, maybe $150, $200, something like that, and I had to pay it off, and my income was pretty limited, so that was cool. So it was my real first experience being in debt, as it were. Fast forward a few years, in the mid-90s, early 90s, I moved to Wellington. Had no job. I think I was in my early 20s, and eventually I did get a job, but that's another story for another day. But ended up getting a credit card and a warehouse card, all that sort of thing. Started ticking those up because I did get a job. It was a minimum wage at the time. It was part-time to start with, and it ended up becoming full-time. But had the trappings, the credit card, the warehouse card, which is similar to Walmart or Target or something if you're in the US, and didn't understand the concept of saving, had no retirement funds, nothing like that, and that's just the way it was back in the day. So ticking everything up. Hello.
Hey.
And yep, so eventually I got another job. Well, this is moving a bit past that. Fast forward several jobs into my last job before I started actually getting serious about money. I ended up owing, I think it was probably about $180,000. I was in a dead-end job working for one of the major banks. It was a contract. I wasn't getting paid well. There was no holidays, no sick days, no sick pay, no nothing like that. You had to pay your own tax, all that sort of stuff, and the pay wasn't great, and we were only getting paid at the end of the following month, on the last Friday of the following month, so you'd have to wait a whole month before you got paid. And because our credit card was over the limit at the time, essentially you would be using all that money just to pay off the credit card and then rinse and repeat. But in all honesty, it wasn't enough money. So I decided during that job, which I didn't particularly like all that much. I mean, I liked some of the people, but the job itself was pretty damn boring, I gotta say. And I let the management know it's quite a boring job, and there was no malice in there. I was prepared to do the job, but it was just a boring job. And cut a long story short, I got another job. So I decided at that point, things have got to change. I've got all this debt, $180,000. I'm sick of being broke. I've got no money. I live from paycheck to paycheck, week after week, or month after month in this case, up to my eyeballs in debt. Don't go anywhere. Can't really afford anything unless it's ticked up. Things have got to change. And essentially, that's what happened. So I got my new job, and things pretty much turned around from that point on. Oh, well, the channel's about personal finance and debt.
Okay.
So trying to get out of debt the last 10, 11 years.
Wow, yeah.
Trying to get through to retirement.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And basically I suck it up, and all the money goes on investments now. It used to go on debt.
Yeah.
But sick of being broke, that's for sure. But there's only one way to do it, and you've got to take action at the end of the day. So
Pretty much.
things are looking good. Give us a throw, see what you got.
Hopefully it's a good one. Try and get it. Is there like 4K resolution or?
Oh yeah.
Let's try and get it.
Whoa.
That wasn't a good one.
Better than I could do. Yeah, I'd be half of that if on a good day.
All the rest were way better. I'll try. This one's not that good, but try and get it a bit further.
Yep, looks pretty good to me.
That's about it.
Nice effort. So as I was saying, I got a new job and a lot more money than I was getting versus the dead end job, which wasn't good at all. And the dead end job was getting paid monthly, and you got paid at the following I think it was the following Friday on the last day of the following month, so you had to budget. And yeah, it's pretty tough when you get paid once a month trying to budget when essentially you're ticking up the credit card, which was overdrawn by the way, ticking up the credit card, and literally you're getting your pay and you're just pretty much paying back the credit card, but there wasn't a lot of extra money left over. But that's what it was at the time, and you just have to do what you got to do at the end of the day to try and survive. So got this new job which had holidays and sick days and all that sort of stuff. I don't get sick very often, but that's what I had, so had to take advantage of that. And yeah, pretty much any opportunities to do any overtime, I took it. And eventually I got on call. I'm on call now at the moment actually, so I get a little bit of money for that. Hopefully the phone doesn't ring. We'll see what happens. And pretty much since that time, all the money went on debt. Everything I could possibly put onto debt, it went on debt. Holidays, nah, forget those, they were out the window. We did get married, well, me and Denise got married, so things did change a little bit there. I did have to spend a little bit of money. However, that's another story. We only spent $4,000 for the wedding and the honeymoon, and a honeymoon overseas over in Vanuatu, so that was pretty good. So if you wanted some tips how to save money, yeah, you come to the right place, that's for sure. So yeah, all the money went on debt, and we did the Debt Avalanche method. If you haven't seen what that is, check the video out up here. Rather than the debt snowball, two methods of paying off debt. We went for the interest highest, or the highest interest first. The home loan was pretty much last on the list, but the first thing that had to go was the credit card. And we managed to get a deal with Kiwi Bank to put the balance, which at the time was probably $5,500–6,000. The limit was $5,000. We basically put all the money over to Kiwi Bank, who offered a 6-month deal with no interest on their credit card. We changed the home loan over to Kiwi Bank, got a better deal as well. Did a whole bunch of other things like that. Shopped around for better deals for power, internet, utilities, you name it, we got a better deal. And like I said, all the money was going on to essentially our consumer debt first, and then eventually we were only left with the mortgage. And all up, it was probably about $180,000 worth of debt, including the house mortgage, which is pretty low by today's standards. But that's what we had to get rid of. Once the consumer debt was gone, pretty much just, yeah, whacked it out. It took 5.5 years. So we went from decent amount of debt to no debt at all. And I tell you what a feeling that is. When you got no debt, just go out for dinner, you know, celebrate. You don't have to spend a lot doing that either. But just to have no debt, first time in 50 plus years, should we say. Well, around about 50 years. And then pretty much since that, all we've been doing is investing, putting all the money into investments, and instead of the mortgage, which we no longer have, everything goes into investments, preparing for retirement, which is going to come ready or not. There's nothing you can do about that. It's going to come, and you do have to prepare, because if you don't prepare, you're going to be caught short. So that's what we've been doing. Hopefully this has been useful to you. If you enjoy this, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'll continue my walk, got to lose some weight, and we'll catch you later. See ya.